Hey guys, turn the volume up here. Just wanted to let y'all know about a little thing that happened to me. God, it's been a few months. There's Gunner and Elmo is out. I don't know if you can see him, he's right there. So I want to tell you about a little thing that happened to me a while back. Yes, I'm wearing a sports bra, y'all can get over it. It's 90 degrees out here. So, and you can tell I'll shave my head to get rid of all that hair. So anyway, I'm doing better. For those of you that know me, Improving Demons as a moderator, I'm doing better. I still got a lot of pain. I did have to go to the ER that night. When I was on the live stream, I did have to go to the ER. Got a bad case of gastroenteritis and stomach flu. I'm no longer contagious, but I'm still like not eating real food. So yeah, fun times. But I am doing better. As I'm out here doing this. Anyway, so I come out here and just kind of sit outside for a while, but as soon as I stand up, it starts hurting really bad. But I am doing better, so anyway, I want to tell you about something that happened, and just to give people a little bit of warning that you need to be aware of your surroundings, because you never really know. I'm popping my feet on. There's a hose right there, so I'm using it to pop my toes. You never really know who's around you at all times, and you should, because I'm not a very big person. I'm 5'4". As many of you know, I'm disabled. I've got weak musculature on my left side, and my right side's not doing so great anymore. It's losing some muscles. I mean, I've still got some from when I rode. I could probably go ride a horse, but of course I'd be exhausted in probably 10 minutes, depending on what I did. I could walk and do some stuff. If I tried to do anything else, I'd be exhausted. But I've lost most of my muscle, I mean, which is to be expected. Now, I've been walking the dog, and that's been helping to gain a little bit of it back. But I still depend on him to lean on. He kind of keeps me upright, my dog. This happened in I think it was February or March. I'm not sure. By law, if you are on long-term opiates, like I am, for pain, for migraines, things like that, you have to go take a drug test. That's just the way it is now. So I went in to take my drug test in order to get your prescriptions. This is not a pain doctor. This is just a regular doctor. You have to go in and take a drug test. Just like if you're on like lorazepam. Like I'm on lorazepam, so I have to go take a drug test from my other doctor for my lorazepam. So anyway, benzodiazepines, I think. Benzodiazepine, yeah, whatever they're called. Anyway, so most doctors try to get you to take one anyway, but or want you to, but I'm required by law to take them. So anyway, and I've still got the bruises from being in the ER, and I've got one up there. It's not as bad, and I've got another one down here, but it looks pretty good, but this one's the worst. That's the one where they actually got the IV in. So anyway, ow, just burned myself. That was well done. So this one kind of freaked me out. I've never had this happen before. I've had people kind of follow me around, but usually because of the dog, if they figure out I have a dog, no matter what size the dog is, they back off. Dogs are pretty intimidating. This was the first time I had a dog, and someone was just like, no, I don't care. Like I said, I was going to my doctor, getting my drug test. My sister, unfortunately, was down in the car reading, like she usually is. And the way this building is set up, it's very, very odd. If you go in on the second floor, you've got multiple ways out. If you go in on the first floor, you've got multiple ways out. If you go on the third floor, you have 2 ways out. That's the elevator and the stairs. And the way it is you have to go down. My doctor is on the very end. And at the end, you have to walk a little ways, and then you take a left, and the stairs are right there. But it's almost like a little corner. You can't quite see it. It's kind of in the dark. But the stairs door is heavy and it makes a big clicking sound, like a clunk, like a hospital door. That's what it sounds like, a big old hospital door. Like if you go into an ER and they make those big clank sounds like that. It's obvious when the doors close, okay? So I was on my way out, and this is an old elevator, and it gets a little bit picky, and sometimes it doesn't always close. And it doesn't, the alarm doesn't always work. So you'll sit there and press the button, and you're like, and the people there have keys, and what they do is they'll come in, you can go tell them, hey, it won't close, and they'll come in and take a key and switch it for you and go down with you, and then they'll come back up with the key, and then it'll be working fine. So I was leaving, and I was pressing the button, and it wasn't working, and I passed this guy, and for some reason I was just like he gave me this weird look, and he just didn't sit right with me. And always trust your gut. You know, if something doesn't feel right, there's a reason for it. And he actually kind of reminded me of my brother, the way he looked. He kind of looked similar to my brother, which is kind of weird. But anyway, he just kept walking, and he was walking towards the stairs. And I was like, okay, he came out of the other doctor's office that's up there, because I think there's only 2 up there. Yes, there is. There's only 2 up there. I think there used to be 3 at one point, but now there's only 2. And he walked to the stairs, and I kept waiting to hear the click. And I never heard it. And I was like, okay. And I got in the elevator, and since I didn't hear the click, I was like, all right, I'm going to face my dog's head out. And I told him to watch, which means keep an eye on him. And so he did. He did his head like this. Because my dog is not only, you guys know, he's not only service dog trained, he's also protection trained. He's canine trained. So he may not know everything a police dog knows, but he knows a lot. He knows how to take care of me. He knows how to attack. He knows how to come back from that. He knows how to do all sorts of stuff like that. So he's extremely well trained. And he's also very, very sweet. And he rarely barks. When he does, it's usually at my dad, because my dad apparently reminds him of his ex-owner that used to beat the crap out of him. But anyway, I'm in there trying to get this stupid elevator to work, because at this point I hadn't figured out that it wasn't working. Sometimes you can press one button and it won't work, but you could press the second floor or first floor button and it will work. And since we were technically on the first floor, on the ground floor, I was like, well, maybe if I press the first and the second, it'll take me to the second, and then I can just go out the second door and walk down. It'll be fine. So I did that. Nothing happened. And then all of a sudden I hear growling. Now, my dog does not growl. Ever. I have never heard that dog growl up until this point. So I was like, uh-oh, something's going down. So I kind of peek out, and this guy has come back, and he's crouching in between where I had just come out of and the stairs. So I let my leash out a little bit, and I give the command, which I'm not going to repeat because my dog will be like, what the heck? There's no one here. And he went out, and he got between me and the guy, and he started barking at him just to kind of back him off. So then he ran back towards the stairs. Now, the thing is, there's still no click. So I knew he wasn't going down the stairs. But that's the other way out, guys. So I have no way out. I'm still in the elevator. So I call my doctor's office. I'm like, hey, I'm stuck in the elevator. There's this guy. He's in the stairs, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, okay, we're kind of stuck here for a moment. Give us a second. I'm like, no. There is no give us a second. Get your ass out here. I'm stuck, and there's this guy, and he's acting like he wants to attack me. So right about this time, the dog starts growling again, and the guy starts running at us. So I give them the command to completely attack. I just lengthen. I have a long, what's called balance harness. You guys have seen me. It goes across my chest. And I lengthen it all the way out and let him go after him. And the guy runs into my doctor's office. And then about that time, at the other doctor's office, out comes a nurse that I used to go to the other doctor's office. I don't anymore. But I used to. But I don't like that doctor anymore. He's a crock. So She came out with the mother. This guy apparently was her son. And they're like, what is going on? Yada, yada, yada. And I said, this guy is trying to attack me. And the lady's like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's not dangerous. I'm like, he just tried to attack me. He came after me. No, blah, 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 blah. This is what's going on. I'm trying to get the elevator to go down. I need a key. And the nurse said, we'll get the key for you. You know, we don't have it in there right now, but we'll get the other people's key. I'm like, well, he's in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's in there. So, I keep the dog out at the elevator, and she's like, your dog is dangerous. And I said, lady, there's cameras everywhere up there. All you have to do is rewind the footage and look. It's everywhere of what he did. It's the other way around. Your son is dangerous. And then about that time, the nurse said, you know how dangerous he can be, especially around women. He's never supposed to be out of attendance. He's always supposed to have someone around him. And I was like, so why was he alone? So the receptionist comes out with a key from my office, and she walks me downstairs, file a police report, and the police come, and it's the one who helped me do the training on my dog. And of course the mom's going off about how dangerous the dog is, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, well, I can pull up her paperwork right here and show you what all she did with the training. So he shows her, and he's like, see? And then he pulls up information about the son. He goes like, there's an ambulance outside with two guys standing around. He's like, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, oh, we're waiting for so-and-so. And he's like, you're supposed to be in attendance on him. Why are you not? And I was like, oh, she said that we didn't need to. And he's like, no, by law, you're supposed to be on attendance on him. They're like, no, she said we didn't have to be. He's like, no, go up and get him now. He tried to attack someone, and they were like, oh, well, she said we didn't. And it's like, no, it's here in the computer. Right here. Always has to be in attendance by 2 people of the hospital. Always. And these are big, big guys. So we did that. And then I also made sure through my doctor's office and through the other doctor's office that they would plan things so that we would never be around each other. And they also had to plan things to where they would take safety measures so that other people would be protected as well. Because you just don't do things like that. That's very unsafe. I mean, it's not just me, but what if it had been somebody else that did not have a dog? Who knows what he would have done? This wasn't like a huge guy, but I'd say that maybe 5'9"-ish, maybe. But he definitely had a little bit of weight to him. And he was getting down like in a, what I would call, football pose down on the ground. And he was going to use his shoulder. So I had a little bit of an advantage the way I was standing. I was standing in the back of the thing. I mean, I probably could have used my backpack to push him out of the way. But in the end, he could have overtaken me. It would have been easy for him. But, yeah, without my dog, there's no way. I mean, the people would have hurt us, so that would have helped. But to just always trust your gut. And this is why I'm uploading this. Once I feel better, it'll be back to the dog videos. I'm waiting. I got to call a company to get some boots for the dog. They've already said I can get some. I just got to call them and order the size because he's got a weird size foot. And that way it won't be so hot for his little feet when we walk. Last time I was wrapping some, for some reason that video wouldn't upload, but I'd wrap some rain boots and put some gel insoles in there. That way they wouldn't burn his little paws. Because right now it's 90 degrees, just air temp. So I don't even want to know how hot the pavement is. So that is my upload for the day. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from when I talk about just go with your gut. If you think someone's following you, just try to get to a safe place and call someone or go to a public place. If you can get to a police station, if you think you're being followed in a car, or like if you're in a mall or something, go to a store, tell a sales clerk, something like that. Or like me in a doctor's office, try to sneak into a doctor's office, something like that, you know. Just do what you can. It's it's really scary. I mean, I've had people follow me before. I've had someone try to follow me to my car, and then they realized I had a dog, and they ran off. So, and then the other time they realized I had someone in the car with me, and they ran off. So it's always scary. So just take care out there, guys, okay?